All right, I just got the thumbs up backstage. Who's ready for a show today? Then do me a favor. Please put your hands together and welcome your moderator from Popverse. Give it up for Ashley Robinson.
Hello, Florida Supercon! Are you ready to enter the Amazing Digital Circus? Please join me in putting your hands together for the beautiful, sexy cast. Let's go with Michael Kovach first! Keep it going for Amanda Hufford! Amanda?
Wow.
Wait, she's being dramatic, which is so unlike her. Amanda Hufford! And last but certainly not least, Alex Rochon!
Are we live?
Good God, we got the fancy director chairs for these.
I always feel like I'm going to break these because I always cross my legs, but the thing does this.
Did that just
Yeah,
happen
they're
to
weird.
me? I couldn't
Help,
possibly
help.
say.
I want to stand up. I don't like it. I'm trapped. Help. Help.
So, friends, this is your experience as much as it is our experience here on stage, and frankly, I'll do less. So if you would like to line up, we have some hot microphones. Very carefully, I'm not allowed to encourage you to throw elbows. Please get in line. And before we start, we have a couple, and these are important, guidelines for your questions, and we would really appreciate it if everyone would respect them. So, please ask a question that the entire panel can answer. We're all here to hang out together and have a beautiful, sexy time. Don't ask a single person question. No sets of questions. You can already see how long the lines are. We're not going to get to everyone. Just one question, and let's keep it pumping. Please don't ask about other series. We're here to talk about Amazing Digital Circus. You can talk about Batman the Animated Series any old time. Please don't ask shipping questions. We're not going to answer them. Please keep your questions safe for work. We're open to the whole floor. We're not going to answer your NSFW questions.
No.
As much as we'd love to.
That's for a different kind of programming that we
I
call
wouldn't.
After Dark.
I still haven't installed that update yet, guys.
That's Supercon After Dark.
Maybe next year. All right. We have two microphones. One of them's in the middle. That's wild. You keeping me on my toes. Yippee! Beautiful friend, what is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Alba, and I'm from Florida,
Woo! Be more specific. Where in Florida?
Boynton Beach.
Woo!
Dox yourself. I'm joking. Don't
What's
do
your
that.
full government and your social?
What's
Don't
your
answer.
parents' credit card number? Just asking.
Click
1,
here for
2,
free
3, 4.
iPod.
All right, kick us off with a great first question.
Okay, my question is, if your character was a song, what would it be?
Ooh.
That's an amazing question. Clearly, everyone
As
has
we
an
all
answer.
sit here and buffer.
As we all
you can
sit
s-
here and think, we
Um,
all have such amazing answers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, so I'm gonna be the cop-out answer and say, "Isn't she lovely?" Just because that's the one song
you
we got.
cheater. What?
Or we
what
could
you
go with the
sung?
Radiohead "Creep" song. That's probably a bit more fitting,
One of the choral covers that they put on all the movie trailers now.
right?
Thanks, The Social Network.
I'm going to go with Pink Pony Club.
Repressed lesbian aura.
Who said repressed?
I have no answer for Caine.
Hold on.
Something
Actually, wait.
gloopy.
Indeed. And, well, I can't say that word, but you know. There's a song called Rubber Band.
What about the musical song we talked about, Mr. Cellophane?
Oh, yeah. We did talk about, yeah. Mr. Cellophane from Chicago, maybe.
Also, I would listen to you sing that.
I'd do it at karaoke.
Well, we're going to do it at karaoke.
Heck yeah.
Broadway is calling, baby. Thank you so much for starting us off and being brave and asking the first question.
Before we take another question, I want to
No.
point out that Zubul pickaxe is amazing.
So awesome.
I
Good
can't
job.
stop. I keep staring at it. That is so good.
That's really well done.
It's like they're judging me all the way from over there.
You also have to be so sweaty in those costumes, and I applaud you for your dedication. Maybe that's why you don't have a shirt on.
Oh, yeah. The weather here is
Crazy.
insane.
Oh.
I don't know how you can tolerate
They
it.
have a Love Queenie sign on their boxers, I
Adorable.
think. That's awesome.
All right, friends, what is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
My name's Katarina Sorre. I'm from Miami,
Woo!
in Coral Gables, and my question is, if your character wasn't private, what would they be doing?
Crying.
Like, what do they do in their free time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to imagine that Ragatha bakes. I think she likes to bake things. I think she bakes cookies and she knocks on everybody's door and tries to give them cookies, and she makes them special cookies that she knows are their favorite, and then no one opens the door or takes the cookies.
I think Caine in his spare time would maybe start a beehive or like become a beekeeper.
Digital bees.
And to kind of yes and with you, Amanda,
Yes.
maybe post episode 9, I could see Caine maybe harvesting some honey to help with baking the cookies.
They make honey cookies.
The Amazing Digital Apiary. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hello, my name is Jade, and my question is, if we were to all play mermaids, what would your character's mermaid tail be? Like, what color?
Ooh.
Well, I gotta go with purple, don't I?
Would it be shiny or glittery?
It would be so glittery.
Isn't she lovely?
Rainbow sparkle.
I was gonna say red, but you mentioned sparkles, so maybe he'd have like a maybe he'd have like a tail that's like black and sequiny,
Ooh.
kind of like his
Like a showstopper.
like his musical number in episode 8.
Yes.
Sequins or paillettes, like small sequins or big sequins?
I'm gonna be real.
What if it
I
was
don't know
both?
the difference.
What?
Well, you know, you're right.
Like a
Why
gradient.
not both?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, both.
Thank you so
Both
much
is
for
good.
your question.
You look amazing, Ragatha.
Thank you.
you.
Have a nice day.
What is your name? Where are you from? What is your question? You can pull the
keep-
microphone down
Keep
if you
imagining
need
you're
it.
gonna say, "What is your name? What is your quest? What is the capital of Assyria?"
Oh boy.
My name is Elise Robertson, and I'm from also the Gables.
Woo!
If your characters were stuck in the back rooms, what do you think you guys would do?
Well, I think that Jax would probably handle it about as well as Clark. So,
Oh yeah.
not great. Just like, I don't have to change.
I'm just imagining like horrible maid Jack's abomination with like sagging like purple skin revealing like the yellow underneath. He's just like, "Ugh, don't like."
Yeah.
I think Ragatha would try to do the exact same thing she does in the circus. Keep that mind healthy and stimulated and stay away from Jax.
Right choice.
Thank you so much for your question.
I think Caine would also try interior decorating in the back rooms.
I love when you have a thought. You're like, bing,
Well, I didn't have an answer.
bing.
I was just piggybacking off Michael initially.
Also, if you've ever been backstage at a Comic-Con, it's not unlike the back rooms. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name's Destiny. I'm from Jensen Beach.
Woo.
And if your character was in any world, whether it was like a video game, book, movie, what world would you put them in, and how would they react to that world?
I want to, you know what? I saw a fan Sonic comic put Jax in the background. Jax kind of looks like they'd be a Sonic character, don't they?
Yeah.
Kind of fit. I don't know. Let's put Jax in GTA.
Vice City, specifically, since we're in Miami.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, game specifically, did we say? We're looking for
I think
game?
game, yeah.
Yeah, game. Well, probably Animal Crossing, so she could just fish all day and be happy.
Why is my first instinct Pokemon for Caine?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and.
There is no and. I was just gonna say.
Oh,
really-
Pokemon Red, Pokemon Gold, which Pokemon?
Who's his favorite Pokemon? Say Beedrill. Say it. Say Beedrill.
Beedrill.
Thank
Also
you.
Porygon Zed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Lovely friend, what is your name? Where are you from? What is your question? You can pull the microphone down if you need to.
I'm Ana Soler. I'm from earlier, and if Jax were to just randomly unabstract, what would you guys like say and do?
That would defeat the purpose of Jax's character arc. However, I think Jax would probably, hopefully, be a better person and not go back to old habits. But it's a hard thing to unlearn some things. So it would probably be a bit of a journey for them still. But hopefully, with time, they could get better.
If Caine can do it, death as it is, and I'm not saying abstraction is strictly death, but if Caine can die and be like, oh my god, I messed up, maybe, it sounded like Jax might have been on that way when he was talking to Pomini in his mindscape. It's just a matter of whether or not he sticks it. Personally, I am very doubtful.
I think, and again, I agree with Michael, Jax coming back would completely undermine the entire purpose of the story and her journey. And I know that's hard, but it's hard on purpose, right?
Yeah.
It's a story of consequence, and hopefully you choose different paths than Jax did. But in that universe where it did happen, I think it would be more about the characters, how much they've grown, so how would they respond to seeing someone who's put them through a lot of trauma again? I would really hope that Ragatha has learned enough about herself and what she deserves to be able to stand up to Jax.
I love a deep, writerly answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think Ragatha would also, just set boundaries a lot
I would
stronger.
hope so. I want that for her.
Especially Gangle, too.
Yeah,
Set
Gangle,
big,
for sure.
big boundaries.
Yeah.
I think Caine, if he saw Jax, would basically do what he did at the end and just be like, he'd try to make Jax feel comfortable, if anything.
Or he'd go, that's not right.
Well, old Caine would. But, I think he'd probably even try overcorrecting and, maybe for a while watch Jax like a hawk, but being like, okay, maybe I need to dial this back.
Oh, stalker Caine.
Yeah, speaking of character arcs. What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
Hi, my name is Riley, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Woo!
And I know. And if your characters had their very own podcast, what would they talk about?
Who's Got the Murder podcast?
Would Jax be a Joe Rogan type? They would try to appeal to masculinity and be like a Joe Rogan type, probably. I don't know. I don't think that's how Jax actually feels, but I feel like in their coping mechanisms, they'd be like, I have to appeal to the right audience. And it's just bad people, probably.
She deserves so much better than that.
I know.
I think if Ragatha had a podcast, it would probably be some sort of craft-related hobby-type podcast. I like to imagine that she crochets. In my mind, she would make little figure of all of the cast and have them lined up. I think it would be cute. Some sort of craft thing.
Why is my first instinct for Caine for him to be hosting a podcast about weird cryptids that may or may not just be made up AI bullshit? Yeah.
That's fun.
Wait, do you have a favorite cryptid? This question's just for me.
Mostly just because of a streamer I watch, but duendes.
Ooh.
Mothman.
I'm with you, Mothman.
Mothman.
But also, I'm from Seattle. Well, I'm not from, but I live in Seattle, and they're all about Bigfoot up there.
Dox yourself.
Yeah, what's your address?
My address is...
What's your parents' credit card number?
2-3... No.
Thank you so much for your question.
My address is 123 Fake Street.
Hello. You're so shiny and beautiful in the lights up here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, my name's Anne. I'm from Hollywood, Florida.
Woo!
And my question for everybody is, out of all the starters from Pokemon, including Winds and Waves, because why not, what would be the starter that you would choose?
Ooh. I mean, are we counting Let's Go?
Sure, I guess.
I mean, Eevee's my favorite Pokemon, so I would just go, even if they're not necessary. The thing with Eevee is that they can be anything. And so they can be any different type. And so I've always just loved Eevee. And I'm also a little biased because in the Pokemon anime, there was the little kid named Mikey who had an Eevee and refused to evolve them. And when I was growing up, that's what my mom called me, was Mikey. And so I really was like, I love Eevee because of Mikey and Pokemon. And I think that settled it for me. So
That
I
was,
was Eevee.
that was so lovely.
That is so cute. My answer's not nearly that cute. I have a soft spot for the, like first 3 gen. I really liked the Pokemon that looked a little bit more like monsters and dinosaurs. So I've always loved Charmander. But
Yes.
as a starter, or Cyndaquil, do you sense a theme here? I like the fire types, but more importantly, I wouldn't pick a starter. I would get a Magikarp, and no one could tell me that I couldn't start with a Magikarp, and I would never evolve it, and that is what I would do, because I love Magikarp.
Would you also never eat the Magikarp? Because the Magikarp is food in the Pokemon universe.
That's unacceptable. If one of you comes to me telling me that you ate a Magikarp, we're going to have words.
Fish are friends, not food.
Fish are friends, not food. Unless it's sushi, and then they're so good.
Magikarp sushi.
I've been trying to run every starter Pokemon in my head, and I'm sorry, the one that keeps circling around in my head is Rowlet. Rowlet is just a perfect boy. He's got big eyes, big all-seeing eyes. Caine's got his big ol' eyes. I don't know. Dartrix, his second stage. He's kind of like a butler. He's in a suit. Caine's in a suit. It's Rowlet. Period.
It's a very perfect answer for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tana.
Thank you.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hello, my name is Aaliyah, but oops, sorry. I go by Lucy. I'm from Miramar, so not so far away. So my question is more so about the movie. I've been following the Amazing Digital Circus since it first came out, and when I found out that the movie when it came out in the movies, I'm so dumb.
No, don't say that about yourself. You're amazing.
You are amazing. When the last episode came out in movie form.
The finale, yes. I was so happy that it came into the theater because that's just such a big whatever. Anyways, were you guys anticipating it? And if not, were you guys just wow, this is a milestone for the indie animation community and just all of that? That's just so cool.
It's an astounding thing that I don't think any of us anticipated or expected to be able to do. To be able to see something we worked on be on the big screen, not just, for a short run, but for a whole 2 weeks in so many theaters across not just the country, but across the world, is certainly not something I think any of us anticipated. Something that was definitely, I think, on a lot of one of our goals, as a voice actor. That's a big goal a lot of actors have, be in a movie. And we got to do it, technically, because of Digital Circus, and that's really cool.
Yeah, honestly, that is something that you can work in this industry for a long time and be very successful and never get to do. The fact that you guys made that possible for us is astounding. I don't think anyone could have predicted that, but it speaks to how passionate all of you guys are for indie animation, for real creative story, for Goose's narrative and her perspective on things. And I think being a part of that is such an honor, truly.
Yeah. This is my breakout role. Of course I wasn't expecting this. Since the pilot aired, it's just been a consistent 0 to 100 that is still not stopping. And my response at this point is just okay, I guess this is happening.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Back over to this side. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Bella.
Please take a step closer to the microphone because you have a sweet little voice.
My name is Bella. I'm from Jupiter, Florida. And my question is, what is your favorite line, and explain why it's your favorite line?
Ooh.
Remember every line you've ever recorded.
Oh, I do.
I answer this. My answer's the same every time, so.
So it depends. Mine is definitely depending on how I'm feeling any given day. I've always really liked the particular line from the pilot where they just say, "Be quiet, I can't hear the escalator." It's really dumb. But I also just really like a lot of the really whack. So in episode 9, there's the version of Jax that's the Looney Tunes version. That they're always talking like that. I kind of went back to my pilot way of talking for Jax and just made it more exaggerated. Just like, geez, you just blame me for everything, don't you? It's just really silly.
It's very Bugs Bunny, and I loved it.
I liked doing that.
This is a tough one because there are favorites kind of depending. Like, my favorite funny one, obviously, from episode 4 would have to be, I wish someone would flirt with me. But how can you also not absolutely love, she has such gorgeous, heartbreaking moments of, I just want everyone to be happy, and I don't want anyone to hate me. And I mean, I really love her heart. So those scenes always get me a lot.
As far as funny lines go for Caine, I think my favorite is "You look convoluted" for episode 6. Because the first time I recorded I screamed that during the table read, and nobody heard it because Discord cut it off.
No, you guys, you have to understand. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You guys have to understand. In the early days of recording this show, when we started doing these table reads, Discord hates how powerful Alex's voice is. And every time Alex would do what we knew was a hilarious performance, because you could tell by his face, just going, and it would just be silence, and we're all staring at him like, oh, buddy, I bet that sounded awesome. And bless his heart, and he'd be like, and we go, sorry, we didn't. He'd go, no!
He would put his heart and soul into it.
I put my
could at least see
whole
it.
teeth into that. But, like, I wasn't going to say that, Amanda.
That's why I didn't have the microphone on.
Anyways, although that's for funny lines, but my favorite Caine line, and my favorite line in the entire show is, you know, I never programmed you to say you loved me. That is the line where I read that during the table read, and immediately after that, I just was sobbing for the rest of the table read.
Bluetooth reel.
Bluetooth reel!
Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name is Mia, or Jay, and I'm from Coral Springs.
Woo.
And if you guys had one thing to change about your character, it could be anything, what would it be?
Well, clearly, I'd like Jax to be more open with their emotions and be a better person. However, that would also not exactly convey the story that Goose wanted to tell. So, you know, as a person, I would want Jax to be better, but I understand why they can't be better.
I wouldn't change anything, because I think Ragatha is an incredible character. I think there are a lot of people out there who relate to the kind of trauma that she has. And I think it's an important story to tell, to show people how you need to look inward and process that trauma and recognize those things about yourself. Realize that you deserve to take up space and that you have value. And so Ragatha being so raw and emotional in this story for you guys helps people. I wouldn't change that.
I wouldn't change Caine either. Like, for all his faults, there is a complete character in there in terms of, like, of course, his more antagonistic traits, but there's also genuinely some really positive ones in there that pull him out and allow him to have this full arc in the last episode where it's like his curiosity is ultimately what saves him. And that's been present from day one. He loves humans. That was clear from the very beginning. He wants to know more about who Pomni is. He's got a weird way of showing it, but it's there. I've loved Caine from the beginning. I wouldn't change anything about him.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question, and what beautiful answers. How dare you make me feel emotional. What is your name, where are you from, and what is your question?
You're moderating the wrong panel.
I was about to say, we always get deep. We're sappy.
Hi, Uzi.
Hi, my name is Elena. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida.
Woo!
And I was just wondering, if your characters were in a musical, like, what musical would they be in?
Ooh.
I might need to go last on this one. I don't know.
I can, as a musical theater kid, I can find an excuse to put Ragatha in any musical. But I don't know. I think. What are you laughing at? What's so funny, Alex?
I came up with my answer.
Let's
Go,
hear
go,
it.
go, go.
No.
No.
Oh, please.
Okay, fine.
A strange loop.
Spider-Man, turn off the dark.
Amazing. Perfect.
Yeah, okay, good choice, 100%. Full support. I think Ragatha realistically would probably be in something like Legally Blonde or Waitress, but I would want her to be in Little Shop of Horrors because it's my favorite.
I mean, Jax, because they consider themselves to be a character and not a real person, maybe they'd want to be in Avenue Q. Be a part of Avenue Q.
I actually think that's a great one. Or Book of Mormon.
Yeah, either of those two. I think Avenue Q is a bit more fitting for Jax.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Jax as the lead singer of Turn It Off.
Turn it off like a light switch, just go flick. It's a nifty little Mormon trick.
Don't get me started. I'll sing the whole musical.
Thank you so much for your
know.
question.
Do it all the time.
They will.
Hi, nice friend. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hi, my name's Aubrey. I'm from.
Can you take a step closer to the microphone, please? Because you have
Hi.
such a sweet little voice.
Eat that microphone.
I'm Aubrey. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida, and I want to know if you guys had an exotic pet for your character, what would it be and why?
Wow.
I'd have a dog.
That's not an exotic pet.
I know, exotic.
Oh, you said I heard aquatic, and I went, oh, a fish. I love fish. Fish are cool. What kind of fish? I mean, lanternfish are really cool, but they're kind of you said exotic. Okay.
I don't have a real answer for exotic. I don't know. I don't know enough about Jax as a real person to know what kind of animals they would be into, but I'd probably have a gerbil or something. I don't know if that's exactly
the most exotic pet.
I know, right? It's as exotic as it gets.
I feel like we already know that Ragatha, raises horses and does horseback riding and stuff. I feel like, she could have some exotic kind of horse-related animal that I don't know the name of, and we're all just going to insert it in our minds right here. Just something kind of like that you'd see at the zoo, probably, or a fish.
I think Caine, if beekeeping was too boring for him and he was feeling extra spicy, he'd go like 100 levels up and start finding jewel wasps.
Wow.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
No, I'm going to veto that one, actually. They don't exist. They're not real. They've been deleted.
They have been, in my head. I think Caine would immediately recognize, this was a mistake, this was a mistake.
I'm the proud owner of a Lone Star tick.
Why are you guys like this?
If you don't know what a jewel wasp is, Google it. Thank you so much for your question.
It'll haunt your nightmares.
Yeah, it certainly will. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
My name is Maria. I'm from City of Mexico.
Woo!
And my question is, what would happen if Caine got rid of the red AI instead of the blue one?
I think he'd just have no soul. Like, I think the red AI, I remember seeing someone say something about Caine that's like, Scratch didn't make an AI. He made a person. And Caine's flaws all come from the humanity that he has. I almost wonder if maybe he was almost like a prototype brain scan, and maybe Scratch had a lot of traits from Caine. I think if it was the blue AI, Caine would be unfeeling, unthinking, really. I don't know. I don't know enough about the blue AI, but that's just kind of the impression I get, just cold efficiency.
For me, I don't think Caine could get rid of the red AI, because the red AI is Caine. And I really love, one of my favorite scenes in the finale is where you see the double flashback, right, of Caine in the semi-present past trying to access updated information about the characters, and then also Caine in the further past getting the brain scans in the first place. And there you see the dot grow into a Caine-shaped humanoid, right?
Yeah.
That's the red AI gaining Caine's humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And becoming more than what he was, an entity. I don't think that he could get rid of that. If we're talking about the blue AI being in the husk of Caine's model, I don't even know that it would function, because it is simply something that added to Caine, but it was never Caine.
Yeah. I mean...
Not me talking about your character for you.
No, I mean, everything you said is completely on point. I agree with all of it.
I'm in agreement on that too.
Oh my God, so supportive.
Thank you so much for your question. What is your name? Where are you from? What is your question? And how sweaty are your hands right now?
They're not sweaty at all.
Okay.
Good answer. I don't sweat.
Press X to doubt.
Hi, my name is Luna. I am from Hollywood, Florida. My question is, if one of your lines would match you, which one would it be?
Ooh. Oof, I think we all need to think on this.
Remember every line you've ever said.
Every line we've ever said.
Oh, I know mine.
Go, go, go.
Then what is your problem, Zubul? I'm trying my best, but both you and my brain won't tell me. That is the line that immediately made me understand Caine as a character more than anything else.
No, I don't have mine. I can't think of one.
Well, you're just going to have to visit these nice people along that wall, and they will give you your answers later.
All right.
Mine would have to be, I've been through worse.
It's so tough for me because I don't really relate completely to Jax.
Choose a Ragatha line.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
go into more about that.
So I do relate to Jax in some ways, especially, you know, in some of the ways that they cope. But I feel like I cope more like Ragatha than I do Jax, is the problem. Because both Jax and Ragatha have kind of the same underlying issue, but they both just cope in different ways.
Yeah.
And so in regards to that, I understand Jax, but I relate way more to Ragatha. And so thinking of Jax's dialogue, it's really hard to think of one that matches me. Admittedly, a little bit of Jax's backstory when they talk to Ribbit. Some of it I can understand a little bit because I didn't have the best upbringing as well. I had a lot of issues with my father and other things in that regard growing up. But I won't get into that because you guys don't need to know all that.
That's the After
Dox
Dark
yourself.
panels.
Yeah.
Tune into the Jax Trauma Dump hour.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
question. What is your name? Where are you from? And what is your question?
Hello, my name is Maddie. I drove from Chicago.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Love Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Chicago.
My question is, what are your character's guilty pleasures?
Ooh. Who loves Love Island?
I mean, we got to see a little bit of something that Jax is maybe ashamed of when they shouldn't be in that last episode, just embracing their femininity and a lot of things that they feel undermines their masculine image. So I'm sure there's a lot of things about Jax that they're probably into that they will never acknowledge, that embrace that feminine side.
Beautifully said.
I think for Ragatha, guilty pleasure would probably be some sort of sports or games, because Ragatha is inherently a bit competitive. That comes from a lot of the people-pleasing trauma, right? The eldest daughter syndrome. You're feeling like you always have to be good at something or always perfect at something. So I think she would probably feel guilty about how competitive she would get at games or sports or stuff.
I can't really think of one for Caine. He's so unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
That he just kind of wears all of his many passions on his sleeve.
And I love that about him.
I love that for him too. Like, I mean, as someone who grew up, people in the autistic community talk about the subject of masking a lot. Yeah. I did not mask growing up. I was unapologetically forward about every interest I ever had, to the chagrin of some, and it was a little tough to fit in, but I stayed true to myself, and here I am now. And I kind of want to give Caine the same kind of grace and say, keep loving what you love, man.
Oh.
Thank you so much for your question.
You're welcome.
Now, friends, before we get to this question, I want to let you know this is going to be our last question. I'm sorry to everybody who stood, but I hope it feeds your 10,000 steps today. All of the beautiful people here, like I said, if you go to that far wall, as far as humanly possible, you can find them along there. You can ask your questions to their face. They're lovely, they're beautiful, they smell very nice, and they will answer your questions. So, hello, what is your name? Where are you from? And why does this deserve to be the last question?
Hi, I'm Kyrie, and I'm from Orlando.
Woo!
And I think my question's a pretty good question.
It is. Say it with confidence.
Gusto.
My question is, if your character was a music genre, which one would they be?
That's a great question.
You can't say the name of your genre, but it's the internet genre.
But it's gloopy.
Wacky electronica. Let's just go with that.
Yes.
I think Ragatha's obviously like a pop folk girl.
Mm-hmm.
Jax is very much, so I don't know the names of certain genres, but Jax would be the type of music that's very self-loathing and emo.
Angst rock. Yeah. I don't know. That's not the actual term for it.
Thank you so much for such a great question. Thank you everyone for attending.
you.
Please give it up for the cast of the Amazing Digital Circus!
One more time, make some noise for the cast, y'all!